Yeah. This one's for the ones still fighting, still waiting for justice to show up in the room, but justice clocked out a long time ago.
Across the so-called land of the free, millions of parents can't even hug their own seeds. Not cause they're unfit, not cause they're a danger, but cause courtrooms became boardrooms and the judge is just a middle manager. Used to be a gavel meant something, used to be facts were the foundation. Now it's recommendations from strangers who never met your kid, just collecting payments. No trial, no hearing, no chance to speak. You just lose your rights by the end of the week. It's not justice, it's arbitration. We lost the courts to privatization, where love is weighed by hourly rates and families break while the system gets paid. Yeah, they call it ADR, I call it theft of rights. Yo, mediation for abuse, that's a trap in disguise. They call it healing, but it's just delay in disguise. Parenting coordinators, therapists too, but none of them accountable. Guess who pays you? You question the system, they silence your name. Self-represent, you just entered the game with no weapons, no rules, no judge that's impartial. Just clerks and commissions, all transactional. They say it's best for the child, but the child cries every time they miss a visit. They say we're resolving conflict, but they're the ones feeding it, cause a settled case don't pay rent. It's not justice, but the child cries every time they miss a visit. They say we're resolving conflict, but they're the ones feeding it, cause a settled case don't pay rent. It's not justice, it's arbitration. We lost the courts to monetization, where trauma is billed and truth we stalled, and loving parents never get to call. Judges wear robes, but act like brokers. Docket clearing machines, not rights protectors. They don't enforce orders, just tell you to talk it out, then punish you when the other side walks out. This is a plea, this is a warning. If we don't act now, we'll be mourning the death of rights, of parenthood, of law. Cause this ain't reform, this is a flaw so deep, so raw. It tears families apart, but we can rebuild if we start. Call the commission, demand oversight, demand justice. Not for us alone, but for the kids, for the next generation. Let's end this arbitration nation. Commission, demand oversight, demand justice. Not for us alone, but for the kids, for the next generation. Let's end this arbitration nation.